You all are planning to take the IELTS exam, and for many of you, it is going to be your first experience ever. You would certainly be having some kind of questions on your mind that how it is going to be in the real IELTS speaking exam interview. Since you have never ever faced any interview, because most students hardly complete the 10 plus 2 and they go for interview, and because of that reason sometimes it is the first ever interview that they face. So this video is going to make your life easy, because by watching this video you can get familiar with the happenings in the real IELTS speaking examination room. How it proceeds, you are going to watch in today's video. One of my students, Himani Singh, she is right in front of me. I'll be conducting a real IELTS speaking interview with her, asking certain number of questions as in a typical IELTS speaking exam, and then you have to tell me that how would you rate the student. The best thing to understand that how the examiner rates students is to go through the IELTS speaking band descriptor. If you haven't read, check it out, that how you have to perform in front of the examiner to achieve your expected score. So let's go ahead and start the interview with the student without wasting any time. So, may I know your name please?
My name is Himani Singh.
Okay, Himani, may I have your passport please?
Yes, here it is, sir.
Thank you very much. As the passport states, your name is Himani Singh, I will address you by your first name, Himani. So, are you a student or do you work?
Well, recently I have completed my Bachelor's of Computer Applications, and now I'm planning to continue my further studies in abroad.
Fantastic. Now let's start the interview, and the first topic that I have here for you is headphones. I will ask you a few questions related to headphones. Do you often wear headphones?
Yes, I often wear headphones even whenever I'm traveling or whenever I'm going outside. I prefer to wear headphones because I can concentrately attend the calls and listen the music whenever I am feeling bored.
Okay. What age group generally prefers to wear headphones?
Well, there is no doubt that youngsters prefer to wear headphones. Like these days, they always want to take a new trend, so they prefer to wear headphones.
Mm-hmm. And do you prefer branded or non-branded headphones?
Well, I prefer to wear branded headphones because they are long-lasting and their style and their sound quality is quite unique as compared to the local ones.
That's true. Even I wear branded headphones. Okay, let me ask you a few questions related to sunlight. Do you prefer to go out in the sun?
Well, yes, I prefer to go out in the sun, especially in the winter season, because in the winter season there is quite a cold and I can feel the warmth of the sun. So in the winter season I prefer to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Some people avoid going out in the sun. Why do you think it is so?
Because it's quite obvious that they don't like the sunrise, or because in India the season is quite hot and they don't like sunlight. They don't like the sunlight because their skin is quite sensitive, and they get sunburns and they get skin irritations.
Very nice. If people want to enjoy the sun or want to sit in the sun, do you think they prefer to visit any special place for that?
Yeah, in my perspective, I think they should visit near the beach, or they should sit besides the pool, because at there they can feel the nature, or they can enjoy with their family while sitting near in the sun.
Okay, so let's move to another topic of today's test. it is text messaging. Do you prefer to send or receive text messages?
Yes, I prefer to send or receive text messages because this way I can interact with my family and friends or with my colleagues also, and because these days everyone having smartphones and it's the convenient way for them to talk with others.
And why some people prefer to send text rather than making a phone call?
Yeah, because it's totally depend on their choice. Like sometimes they are in a urgent meetings, or sometimes they are going on a work. So that time they prefer to send a message.
Why some people prefer phone calls over text messages?
Well, some people prefer to do phone calls because sometimes they are in emergency. So they sometimes they want a solution whenever they are in any difficulty. So at that time they prefer to send a message.
Very right. Okay, this is the end of part 1 of this test. Moving on to the part 2, I'll give you a cue card and then you will be delivering a speech for around 1 to 2 minutes. I will let you know once your time is over, and for preparation you will get 1 minute time. Okay. Okay, man. Here is your cue card, and here is a piece of paper and a pen. If you wish, you can make some notes as well. And then you have to deliver a speech for 1 to 2 minutes. Your 1 minute preparation time starts now. Your 1 minute preparation time is over. You may start your answer now.
Well, in this globalized world, it is not uncommon for people to take knowledge about international views and international personalities. But here I would like to take this opportunity to talk about a person who is a foreign person and who is quite interesting, and that is Elon Musk. He is the richest man on the planet, and he always remains in a limelight as media always tries to bring everything related to him in front of public. The fact is that he extremely follows social media, and he uploads a different and interesting tweets on Twitter, and there are several things that make this person interesting. Firstly, his curiosity towards space travel. He owns a company, SpaceX, to make it possible for people to travel in space in near future. Moreover, he is also a motivational speaker, and he always invited as a guest lecturer in most organizations where he deliver inspirational and motivational speech to people. Moreover, he has a very comical nature, and his jokes are worth billions of dollars. Sometimes ago, he started a cryptocurrency Dogecoin as a joke, and now this coin is worth billions of dollars. Moreover, he is concerned about poor and needy people, and he provide free of education, food, and other things to the people. At the same time, he owns a company that manufacture automatic cars.
Thank you very much. That is the end of your time, and it was really interesting to know about Elon Musk from you. And let's move on to part 3 of this test, and I'll ask you a few more questions related to the same topic. My first question is that, is it common for people to follow international personalities in your country?
Yes, in my country, it is very common for people to follow international news, follow international personalities because of their easily access, because they access the international news and they read international newspapers, magazines, and listen to international views on television.
Why people keep curiosity to know about those living in a foreign country?
according to in my perspective, there are several reasons that why they are curious about the international personalities. Like firstly, they want to change their living standard, and they follow their personalities who they follow on social media. Another thing is that they want to be familiar about the culture and traditional of international countries.
Okay. My next question is having a foreign friend a good way to learn about foreign cultures?
Well, I think it's the best way and effective way to have a foreign friend. For example, I always keep joining different groups where where people from different parts of the world are added in that group, and I always talk with them and get to know about their language, the people, behavior, their.
Very interesting. But where you join these groups?
I always join these groups on social media.
Okay. Why people these days prefer to work in multinational companies?
Would you mind to repeat the question?
Sure. Why people these days want to work in foreign companies, or that is multinational companies?
There are several ways that why they want to do jobs in multinational companies, because sometimes they want to have a handsome salary, and that's why they do jobs in multinational companies, and moreover they want to show their status in front of others. And another thing is that they want to get themselves exposed so that they can travel at different parts of the world.
Yeah, very true. What qualities are required to be able to work in an international company?
Well, it's a very interesting question. Like there are many qualities that we need to do jobs in international companies, like the communication skills, interpersonal skills, and a person should be familiar about the international language by which he can communicate with people easily.
Fabulous, Himani. And this is the end of your test, and I wish you all the very best. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir.